Welcome to finding volume of rectangular and triangular prisms and cylinders. Let's take a look at this question over here. So, we're given the diameter right here, and we're given the height over here. Okay? So, imagine that we have a cylinder, and it has a bunch of layers. Okay? A bunch of discs that stack up to make the cylinder. Okay? So, if we were to take the the surface area of this over here, this bottom disk, okay, so the surface area of the bottom disk is pi r squared, which is pi times, so if the diameter is 10 feet, the radius is half of that, which is 5 feet, pi times 5 squared, which is 25 pi feet squared, okay, but we just really need to worry about the 25 pi, okay, so if one of these disks has a surface area of 25 pi, and there's a lot of these disks that stack up to make this cylinder, we can multiply these disks by the height, okay? It's just like if we were to look at a cube, it's this length times this width, and then we multiply it by the height, because there's this, and we multiply it by the height, so it's like if we stacked a lot of layers. So here, same with the cylinder, we find the surface area of the bottom, then we multiply it by the height, just like if we were to stack a bunch of disks, then we'd end up with the volume of the cylinder. Okay? So, let's take 25 pi and then multiply it by the height, which is 21 feet. This is in feet squared. So this becomes 25 multiplied by 21, which is 25 plus 500, which is 525. So this equals 525 pi feet cubed. Okay? Let me just rewrite that. 525 pi feet cubed. Okay? So, whenever we're talking about volume, we want our units to be in cubed. Okay? Let's go to the next question. Okay, so let's draw this in a different way. Say we had something like this. Okay? So this is like I'll redraw it, one sec. So we have it drawn like this. Okay? And this distance over here is, this distance is 6, this is 4, and this is 8. Okay? So, actually, this is a bit more like this. Okay? That's how this would be drawn. Okay? Just erase this. Okay? So, let's just redraw it actually entirely. So we'd have this. This would go like that. Okay. Like that. This goes up. Okay. Our distance over here is 6. Our distance over here is 4. And then this is 8. So, to find the surface area of this triangle over here, the surface area of a triangle is 1 over 2 times base times height. And so it's 1 over 2 times, the base is 4. And the height, because it's a right triangle, is just this side length, which is 6. So it's 4 over 2 multiplied by 6, which is just 2. So that becomes 12. Okay, so that's 12 cm squared. And if we multiply that by the height, just like we've been doing, for the last question, 12 cm squared multiplied by the height, which is 8 cm, becomes 96 cm cubed. Okay? Because 12 times 8 is 96, and then volume's in cm cubed. Let's take a look at this final question. So, this surface area is 5 times 2, which is 10 cm squared. So I'm just going to write 10 cm squared. And then this distance is 8, right? Just like it says over here. So we're going to multiply 10 cm squared. 10 cm squared multiplied by the height in this case. So like if we were to redraw it, it would be something like this, right? And whatever, this is the surface area, this is the height, which is 8, okay, blah, blah, blah. So then we're going to multiply this by 8 cm, which is the height. So this becomes 80 cm cubed, and that's the volume over here. And that's finding volume of rectangular and triangular prisms and cylinders.